Hello, good morning, good evening. My name is Oscar Lindquist. You may remember me from that thing you probably saw in some college called Sweet Charity. And I I'm here today to talk about my time in the Children of God family, if you will. I thought it was a family, and during my time there, I was promised by David Berg, who I thought was a great man. That he would welcome me with open arms, and that I would be one of his children, and I would find purpose in life, and I'd be happy, very very happy, which is something that I've always wanted to be and never quite felt happy. So I that is the story of how I actually renounced my Jewish faith. Uh, Me and my mother, as you know, had a falling out, and I left the Jewish faith. I renounced it completely so I could come and join this family, which I now know as a cult, the Children of God. And while I was there, everything started out okay. It was great, and I was meeting very nice people, and we were all very friendly, and they accepted me as their own. And they had some good food because they had a restaurant. I found it a bit strange, to be honest, that David Berg would kind of promote his music. I was like, wow, how come this isn't in the charts? But it was in his restaurant, and he would sell it to people. But I at first things were great, and then they the first few weeks, and then they started asking me for money all the time. I was like, what? I told them it was foolish of me and naive. I said I was an accountant, and they started asking me questions about my profession. And I recently got a promotion from work, and so it means higher pay and more perks. And the David Berg and his followers, they kept asking me for more money. So eventually I conceded, and I gave money, but it was every week, and I was running low. And then they started cutting off my connection and my contact with my mother. I hated that. I mean, I already fell out with my mother, but I still love my mother. And I couldn't find her, and she couldn't find me, and I couldn't ring her, and that was very distressful. So eventually, you know, uh, as well as that kind of thing, I began to question my stay there. And then they started asking. I was around the church, and I started seeing all these babies, babies everywhere, babies every corner. And I was wondering why are none of these women married? What's going on? Where are the fathers? Every week a baby, every day a baby, a new baby. I don't understand. I was always of the belief that people married and had babies, and that was it. That was your life. But I didn't understand. No, no sexual intercourse before marriage. I mean, I hadn't even heard of incest or whatever that is. That really shocked me when I found out about this, and apparently it was a cult. But luckily, I got out at the right time. I disconnected myself from them completely before I filed for bankruptcy or worse. I managed to keep my apartment and distance myself, and eventually I got back in touch with my mother, and we're in good terms now. But as I said, we don't talk about me renouncing my Jewish faith because you know that's pandemonium, and I hate pandemonium, and she hates pandemonium. So no discussion about Harisha or Hebrew at the table at dinner. I call around, but that's it. So yeah, um, that's my story really. My time in the Children of God Church was not a good one. At first, it sounded like a very good one on the surface, but then I realized it wasn't. So that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.